Hello. Hello. Oh, I didn't change the date on the stream. It's not the 5th anymore. It's the 6th. Let's change that. That's the first thing to do. I'm so excited to hit go. I forgot to fix my titles. All right, let's grab that now. All right, this is high energy. You can tell. High energy. Dave is amped. I'm Dave, and I am here, and I'm fully amped. Sorry, I'm just posting to X that we're live. I just had to get the YouTube link. Join me as I keep trading live. No, it's from the corporate account. Join us as we keep trading live. All right. That's it. Promo on X. We're not huge on X yet. We will get there. It's early days, right? So if you enjoyed the stream, make sure to share it. Tell your friends. While I try and work out where this microphone is and how to get comfortable. Sitting up for some juicy trades. What kind of juicy trades? Well, let's go over to the trading area. Now, traditionally, if you're a MetaTrader trader, you've been here, you've come in and you've looked at all your trades and gone, oh yeah, I see I won some and I lost some. There's some blue ones and there's some red ones. I didn't put comments on them because I used the one-touch purchasing. Should I come back and put some comments on them? But then which ones were which again? What was this one? This one with these two little arrows here, was that? Which chart am I on? Gold. Okay. Impossible. Who is tracking their performance? I know. I'm going to use the reports. Let's use the built-in reports in MetaTrader and bring those up. Okay, I can see something did better. AUD USD did good. Which deals? Oh, that's okay. That's very helpful. Not risks. No, that's not telling me. Profit and loss. Yep. Okay. Gross profit, gross loss, $400. That's okay. Summary. Maybe it's just on the summary. No. Go back to symbols. Which of my strategies would? How are you improving if this is the way you're managing your performance? Oh, long and short. There it is. I should only do long trades, not short trades. Maybe. Or from manual trading. So that's what you get. You get manual trading and you get trading robots, but you get no breakup of what any of your trades are inside that manual trading area. That is why we have Chart Reporter. If I switch these things around, in Chart Reporter, I can see not just my stats, there's that $450 and equity curves, all the basics, but here is all my trades. And not only can I see, the winners and the losers, not just red text and blue text, so I've got green and red over here, but I can easily see, I've assigned these with tags and with, what do you say, strategies. And I can view the screenshots from MetaTrader that it took as these things were happening. Amazing. So what happened with CAD Franc? Let's click into that one, have a look at that specific one. And I can see I entered it with this box, thinking it was going to bounce out of this box. And then what actually happened to it, it bounced around and then eventually fell out of the box. Yeah. But I can see that. That's easy for me to understand. And that was what I called M1 scalping. How's M1 scalping going overall? Well, let's jump into my trading strategies. M1 scalping, not doing great. 25% win rate. Let's compare it to all of my different strategies. And I can come in here and see all my different strategies. PDH or bounce, doing pretty good. Maybe I should focus on those. I can see my different trading sessions and how I've performed in different trading sessions on different days. I can see all the symbols in this beautiful, what's my win percentage, but what's my P&L as well. Something might have a lower, like AUD USD, got a 50-50 win rate at the moment, but the P&L is outstanding. And I've got my tags. So which tags do I use frequently? What's the win percentage like? and what's the P&L like on these. Trailing stop and no take profit doesn't look good right now. I can learn that about my own trading. And I've only been using this on this account for 2 days. I've traded all of about 2 hours on this account. How did I do on those sessions? Well, let's come into the not the tag analytics, the session analytics. And we can say day one, I lost $1,300. Day two, we made $1,700. That's why we're 400 in profit now. So we can see in the different tags we used and how those tags went on any given session. So with Chart Reporter, very quickly, we have access to all of this information because journaling is so easy with Chart Reporter. It's a pleasure to track and measure and log my trades. And knowing I get this rich set of stats that help me improve myself as a trader is what I'm looking for, right? So let's stop pitching the product for a moment. Let's make sure we start our trading session. There's a start session button here. Let's kick off our trading session and let's go look at some charts. Keeping in mind, like we only have 12 trades. So this is not a big data set. It's still early days. Let's go look at the markets, bring up my MetaTrader. Bring it back onto the big screen over here for all of y'all. Make sure to say hi in the comments. Let us know how your trades are going. What are you looking at trading at the moment? Look at this. Look at this gold trade. This is one of those ones I thought I was going to do no take profit and just let run and have a trailing stop on. The stop. Look, how did this happen every time? Where it literally went right just a little bit past my stop. And then went boom. What? Why? Why? Why trading? Why you got to do me like that? Like, man. The AUD USD one was good though. This one got, let me switch things over. My big win yesterday was on AUD USD, $1,500 there, where it took a long time from entry and it kind of went up a little bit straight away and then meandered around overnight. And then this morning, boom, shot up. In fact, it shot up well past my target. But my target was based on the previous day high, which was around there. And so it returned to that and then it's broken out and now it's reverting back to test that level again. So I could probably get a sell trade in at the moment, although I don't know. It might resist and sit on this level. Probably not. Looks like it's got some motion in pre-New York trading. So the sweeping the Asia low, perhaps. Not the low, but the new low. So that was a pretty good trade, and New Zealand dollar did pretty similarly, where it kind of peaked up, didn't quite reach the previous day high yesterday, but then today shot up twice as far. So that was cool. Last night I was looking at NAS. It was sort of sitting around the previous day high, and as I was talking about it around here, it just shot up, and I was like, I've missed that one. I didn't miss it. Look at that. I still could have entered on NAS. It still ran for a long time. I did not enter it because I thought I'd missed the boat. But no, NAS went pretty well yesterday. Now, that's all the big news stories from yesterday's trading that you can see here on the charts. But I remember them because I journaled them and they are visible here and I can see over time stats. It's easy for me to remember a half dozen trades yesterday. But what about over time? That's where journaling and chart reporter really comes in handy. So let's do some trading and some journaling. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? On a trading live stream to do some trading. I've been busy all day. I haven't really been watching the markets. I don't know what's going on with macro other than the fact that stuff's exploding everywhere. And as we head into the New York Open, I don't really know. I'm coming with no bias. I don't know what's happening. I'm going to close all these charts and start fresh and look at symbols fresh and work out what's going on with each of them. The only chart I'm not going to close is this one, this HK50, not because I plan on trading HK50, but because this one is the one running Chart Reporter. And I need at least one chart with Chart Reporter on it, and that will send all the trades through for all of the journaling I need to do, as long as it's just not sitting on one chart somewhere. So let's start with Euro USD. Everything's reverting. Everything's massively spiked out, but I don't know how far it's reverting. Look, everything's selling off. The US dollar is getting stronger again. Something's happened. Trump said something, Trump tweeted something, and now we're getting this. I don't know. But it seems to be GBP USD, NZD USD, AUD USD. New Zealand dollar is a little bit laggy compared to the other ones. So this is, I mean, reversion was where I got my big thing, but this is so far above previous day high. I don't have a strong reference point for it. It may or may not come all the way back down to retest the previous day high, but it might not. It might just, be selling off some liquidity up here, which is sitting there from the last time. Oh, has New Zealand dollar ever been this good? Yeah. So from back in February, there's probably a bunch of orders sitting here. And it's come up and it's swept those orders. And now it's going to return down. But will it return back to this level? Possibly. It looks like that's a pretty strong level that it's been at in the past. Let's do that. Let's put a thing in. Let's work out my risk using my great little risk tool here. I want to put that there and that there. And I want to risk, I don't want to risk a whole percent. I want to risk about 0.25%. That is 0.7 lots, which gives me maybe $350. It's not a lot, is it? That's not a big run compared to 400 points. I mean, it's the equivalent, but we made more yesterday. I don't know. Easy come, easy go. That's all fake money. I'd like to do some. Actually, no, I want to do more quick, dirty scalps today. Let's put this one in. I can't hit the sell button on Alpha Markets. I can't use an EA to place the trade. I'm just using this to calculate the lot sizes. Now with slippage, it doesn't take into account slippage, unfortunately, this tool yet. So we'll just round up to one lot and sell. And as I do that, you can see on the right there, New Zealand dollar USD Pro, that has appeared straight away in my journal. And as appears as always with no risk reward set, because I've set no take profit, no stop loss. So that's why that's hard to read when you come into that mode. Let me resize this so I can show you. There we go. NZD USD RRR is 0.00. Now, as soon as I set some stop loss and take profit levels, so if I drag my stop loss up and drag my take profit down in real time, we now have an RRR 3R of 1.69 projected. So that's pretty fun. That is there now. We can tag this with a strategy. It's kind of PDHL bounce. It's not really a bounce. It's reverting. It's a I don't have one for this. This is just a reversion, which I'd put a tag on before, but I don't have any specific sort of strategy to tag this one as. We will call this mean reversion. That's what it is. mean reversion. We will make this the nice little cyan color. I can put a description on this. Trades where it's overextended and reverting. Where price, not it, where price is overextended and reverting. Deploy. And you saw a magic number on there. If this was an EA, I can set the magic number in my trading robots and it will auto tag those. So that's cool. We will come in here and where is that trade? It's already closed. What am I talking about? What is happening? This little, you can't see it. It's fallen off the edge because of the way I'm streaming it in this little window. Ah, there it is. I've got it to show up for you guys now. Brilliant. Now we can come in here and say this is the mean reversion strategy. And we're streaming. This is an offline trade. And this is a reversion. And that's it. No other tags. Why am I doing this? I believe, what's my hypothesis? I believe price will retest the previous day high. Boom. That's journaling done. And you can make out the screenshot there. It is showing me where the previous day high and low are. All the indicators, everything that was on the chart when I placed the trade is there in that screenshot. So that's fantastic. That's quacktastic. All right, we've got a trade in play. Let's move to the live trade tab on my MetaTrader so we can keep an eye on that and it can give us a heart attack. Let's try and find something ranging. I want to do some sort of ranging style box trading, M1 scalping, proper M1 scalping. That's what I want. You know, draw a little box like this. Even that's not quite right because I think that was a breakout. More like that. Even that. We're going to try and scalp the heck out of this guy. These 5 pips. We're going to try and do some 5 pip scalps. It's not necessarily huge money, but it could be fun. I mean, it could be huge money. You just got to up the sizing, right? Let's say if I wanted to do that. And let's say if I wanted to keep that really tight on that one. And I wanted to risk 1%. That is 26 lots. I don't think the broker is going to let me place a 26 lot trade. Fair enough too. What if we drop this down to 0.25%? Yeah, that's $250 either way. I mean, 0.25% is 0.25%. It just scales the lot sizes. And we could hit our loss a lot quicker, but we will also hit our target a lot quicker. That's kind of the game, right? This is coming down to test on the bottom of the box. The other thing, let's combine this. I wanted to do more of this tonight anyway. I want to... Where are they? They're here somewhere. Heikin Ashis. Yes. And when I do Heikin Ashis, I do little lines so I can actually see the Heikin Ashi candle more clearly rather than have candles over candles. Might need to change the color of my orange box. I don't think that's going to work. Recolors on my Heikin Ashis, and I don't know what they mean. I think red stays red and the blues turn green. No, the reds turn green. See, and the blues turn red. That is very confusing. I can't have that. What if we go lemon box? Nope, still inverting. I need a color that won't darker color maybe. But I want a darker color that you can still see on the chart. What if I go brown? Brown's not great. It makes the red the black at least. I suppose I can probably deal with that. Look, oh, sort of ending the run of the downward Heikin Ashis. Maybe it's reverting. Let's do that. Let's do a tiny one. This is dicey. This is fun. It's a competition account. It's not real money. I could only win 147 and I could lose 275. It's not the best maths. I would have liked it to have sat a little bit lower on the box, but the Heikin Ashi turned the upward color. So I've gone with that. Not that that's the best way of trading Heikin Ashi off one little bounce, but we're gonna give it a red hot go. And see what happens. I'm not too stressed. It's a competition account. It's cost me nothing. Make sure we journal it. Yeah, 0.5 RRR. That's terrible. You want your RRRs above 1. You always want to be potentially making more than you're risking, right? So this is both Heikin Ashi and M1 scalping, but it's more M1 scalping than Heikin Ashi. I can put Heikin Ashi as a tag, as a secondary tag, and I can put scalp, ranging, streaming, streaming. Nope. Streaming. Because we want to keep track of all these things. If you are watching live or even on replay, drop a message in, say hello. What do you think of journaling with Chart Reporter? Pretty straightforward and easy, hey? Done. All right. I'm not going to sit here and watch this because although arguably I could try and just trade the bounce back and forth in the box, let's see if we can find another box. I don't think any of the major pairs like the USD ones are going to be playing nice. They're all doing their little reversion thing. There's our New Zealand one that we're already trading on. It's been a punk. AUD. Yeah, look, just as you put the trade in, I'm just going to just retest this line. I've decided I'm not going all the way down yet. New Zealand JPY. Oh, that's already had a massive correction. Now it's climbing back up. It's tested the previous day high a few times. Might finally be breaking away. I'm not going to enter that one. AU New Zealand. Oh, again, it's broken out. It's coming back up to retest. If I want to have a little quick cheeky scalp, it might not make it all the way up for the retest. Look, it's just struggling on this point. And again, the RRR, I'd have to put the risk, the stop loss down here and the take profits there. That's not a good equation. So we shan't be doing that one. UJ, USD, JPY. Let's start on the big picture. H1. It's going to climb back up. It's going to come and retest that line. There's too big a gap there. Even in M1 land, that's too big a gap for it to leave. Whether you're a fair value trader or anything else, this is going to revert slowly. It's going to revert all the way back up there, but that's a long trade. That's definitely not a scalp for tonight's business. But I believe this will climb back up and at least retest that previous day low. So let's put a 0.25% on this one as well. That's what I'm doing. I'm kind of doing 0.25%. That way I'm only risking $250 per trade. I'm not really going to burn the whole account very quickly doing that. I may set a bit longer to get results, but if we can get a decent RRR and get a few wins like we did yesterday, then it all works out in the wash. Let's put my trade calculator on here, trade projector. This is, it's about 1.5. Okay. I can handle 1.5. What is my percentage? 0.25. Calculate that. 0.63 lots. I mean, there's a good chance this could drop again and sweep and then go north. I am a little concerned about that when New York opens. This is a bit of a danger zone to be trading in this sort of pre-New York hour. Kind of want to set things up and then make some hypotheses and plan some trades, but not necessarily execute, right? But I'm doing a live stream. I need to execute trades. That is the name of the game. We are live trading, not best practice trading. Technical disclaimer, financial disclaimer. This is not trading advice. This is not financial advice. This is entertainment to showcase the powers of the Chart Reporter platform to help you learn to become a better trader by analyzing your results and your data. Let's go shopping. We're going to do it. 0.6, not 5.6. 0.6. Buy. This is not scalping. I always say I want to scalp, but then I want the big profits. And so I end up doing not scalping. All right, let's get that in there. See, my little box scalping just bottomed out and failed me. Thanks for nothing, Canadian Swiss franc. Kadchuf. Boo. Boo. It was risky. It hadn't been boxing a long time. It wasn't a clearly defined box. Again, trading for entertainment as much as results there. Let's log my UJ1. This is another mean reversion. Reversion, streaming. I didn't even put the Heikin Ashi candles on this one. Yeah. Think it will retest the PDL. That is why I put this one on here. Because sometimes the charts move, and especially, if this lasts for a day or two, my pink and green lines move. The previous day low is no longer the previous day low. So that marker there is good now. Doesn't always tell the full story if you're just reviewing that and it's lonesome. That's why journaling and putting the notes in Chart Reporter is super, super helpful when you want to assess what happened in your trades. All right, so we'll leave that. What's happening with CAD JPY? I don't know. It's had its big fall. It's come back up. It's retested the previous day low. It's come back, and it looks like it's going to test it again. Like, if you had to guess, you would say that's going to test it again. The Heikin Ashis would say it's going to test it again. Yeah, if I put that level there, sort of just clear of all of that, and put that there. Yeah, it's about a 1-for-1. I can tolerate that. Just 3.5. All right. This is we'll call this a Heikin Ashi one. Put my take profit there. Take my stop loss there. All right. 230 at risk. Could make 260. That's fair. Let's log this one. We'll call this a Heikin Ashi one because it does look pretty good on the Heikin Ashis. Good big red candles. And streaming. Just because if I trade on these accounts when I'm not streaming, I want to keep track of that. It's a good tag. just because obviously I'm making fast and loose decisions on the stream. We'll put Heikin Ashi in here as well, just so we can compare it with the other ones. There's no right or wrong way to how you want to tag and whether you want to use strategies, whether you want to use tags. There's pros and cons to both. You can do both. That is the joy. This is yeah, we'll do that. Going to retest PDL after a bounce. That's what I think is going to happen. But will it? Maybe. What's happening with our New Zealand one? Yeah, it's going. It's going. Heikin Ashi Land says it's going. Like, look at these. Reds, a few blues, reds, a few blues, reds, a few blues, reds. This is the biggest blue section we've had as it sort of touches back around here. But now we're back into reds. So might have nailed that. Time will tell. What else have we got? Low spreads. Euro AUD. Oh, what's going on there? Where's that relative to previous day highs and lows? It's coming back up. Look at that. It's strong H1 Heikin Ashis. It is really looking like it's going to come back up and retest the PDL. So today's it's like retest the previous day line. We have this big movement, and now it's reverting, and we think it's just going to retest all these levels. So if we come up just near the line, it might overlap it, but sometimes because everyone's got their limits up here, things stop just short. Or other people are cautious, and so because they've put their limits where I'm putting it, it sells off a lot and takes longer to get over the previous line, in my experience. We're going to set our risk off the M1 though, not off the H1, because that would mean we're going to set it way too far away. So we're going to set that there, 0.25, where does that look like on the H1? Yeah, see on the H1, that's not right at the bottom, it's halfway up. I'm okay with that on the M1 because that's a number of bounces back, especially this big dip. I don't have to go all the way to the bottom. Maybe I do, but I'm not going to. That's about 3.5 lots. It's only 0.7 RR. I've almost left it too late in that equation. We can move that a bit higher. I mean, if we really want to live dangerously, we would move that to there. And obviously then we put a lot more lots on the line. But I'm not super comfortable with that. So we will bring it down to there. 0.86. I can't do it. I don't want to do 0.86. That's not what I'm here for. Like, no. No. Won't do it. Not for any of your entertainment. If someone in the chat said, do it, then I'd do it. But if the chat stays silent, I do not do it. It's just not looking strong enough for me. Euro AUD. Where's that? That's this one. New Zealand CAD. What's that doing? It's way above the previous day high. It looks like it's just going up. That doesn't really look like it's reverting. It's boxing right now. It's going sideways, waiting for New York to open, if anything. What else we got? Euro CAD. Euro chuff. And look, we could go a little bit indicator crazy here if we wanted. Put some fractal adapting moving average. What does that do? I don't want that. Do not want. Get out of here, fractal thing. What I might put is just a moving average. Where's the moving average? Is that one? Triple? I don't want a triple. Bollinger Bands. Everyone loves a good Bollinger Band. Yeah, so this is trading inside the Heikin Ash. So this is still going to come down more. I reckon we do Heikin Ashi Bollinger scalping. What do you think of that? Let's do some of that. That sounds real fun. Where's my lines? So let's put my red line there. Let's run pretty tight risk. Now this is just in the middle. Normally I wouldn't play in the middle here, but I think there's a chance it's going to be coming down and touching the Bollinger Band before it bounces back up again to the middle of the Bollinger Band. Oh, those candles are slowing down a little bit, aren't they? Maybe it's ready to bounce. Maybe it's going sideways and it's going to go up. Look at that. They're tiny, tiny little Bollinger candles. Not Bollinger candles, Heikin Ashis. It's lost its big downward. It's big D energy. It's big downward energy. It's lost it. These other ones look all right. And CAD JPY is going okay. That quick little scalperoni. Why did I enter CAD JPY? I can't even remember what. I just entered this trade. I can't even remember why. Going to retest the PDL. What? Hang on. Why is that a sell? If I'm retesting the PDL, why is that a sell? Am I going insane? Was my previous day line hadn't refreshed? My PDHL tool stuffed me? I think it did. How dare it? If I look at H1, yes, the previous day low was up here. This collapsed down. I am not. I tagged this wrong. This is not going to retest PDL after a bounce. This is just a straight up. It's going south. Quick scalp. Unknown. Unknown. I'm going to be honest. Unknown. I don't know. It was definitely Heikin Ashi. That's all I know. I don't know why I entered this trade. I thought it was coming back to test the previous day low, but clearly not. Hilarious. Hilarious. This is going sideways. Those Bollinger Bands are flattening out a little bit. No, not doing it. Not doing it. Let's look at these other ones in this mode. Look, see, it's ranging, it's boxing now. Euro USD boxing. GBP USD boxing. USD franc. Come on. You're obviously there we go. Refresh. Yeah, sideways. This is ranging boxing. Everything's kind of doing that. Even my winners, like winners, it's $20 up, like New Zealand dollar, US dollar. It's dropped below my line, which is nice, rather than sitting just above my line, but it's not really doing anything. Yeah, I hate it when you see that. Bollinger Bands are really good and clearly heading south, and then, oh, no, we've started flattening out and going horizontal. All right. Let's look at weird stuff like USD, SGD. Let's look at gold. Gold. Bane of everyone's existence. We love you, but we hate you. The gold doesn't know what it's doing. Gold's just hanging out in the middle there. in between Bollinger zones. Is it going to come back up and retest the middle one? Or is it just going to keep going sideways until it comes and meets it? No one knows. Oil prices have gone back up a little bit with all the Strait of Hormuz issues. In the last day, they fell, but then they opened. How the indices going? US 500. It's reverted a little bit, but still going okay. Where's my previous day high low? Where is that? I'm on the M1. Sometimes you don't see these things on the M1. You're too far. You're too close to it. There we go. US 500 might come back and retouch this. I don't know. Look at those H1 Heikin Ashis. Maybe I need to do a H1 Heikin Ashi scheme. Look at that. If you got in down here when these blue ones started, like, that's pretty good. What if you got on the M30? Is the M30 is almost as reliable. The M15? Ooh, M15, it took a little bit longer to lock in, but this looks like it's going down, if you believe Heikin Ashi. What's the Eustix? That's weird. What's the Japan 225? That's weird. And see this little flag, is this just like one of these where it just went down for a little bit? Or is this a genuine red? It's gonna come down to the Bollinger Bands. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I'm guessing. I haven't used the Heikin Ashis for a long time, so I can't remember what some of the strategies and rules are around how many blues you need and what size they're meant to be. You know, they're meant to be big with no tails or small with giant tails. I've been so busy trying to write robots. I've taken my eye off the Heikin Ashi ball, as it were. How are my robots doing? Speaking of robots, are they doing anything interesting? One of my robots has decided it would like to sell some AUD USD. I'm not sure that's the best move right now. Maybe it is. It's reverting. Or is it? All these questions. All these rhetorical questions because no one wants to talk to me. All right. I think we're going to take a couple of punts on some of these reversions and then wrap it up. Just make it a bit of a short stream tonight. I've been going this trading session according to the stopwatch for 37 minutes. So we'll go to about 45 and then we'll wrap things up, I think. And you'll have to come back tomorrow to find out if these trades were successful. This is Heikin Ashi, but it is hitting this previous little level where it sat at before, where it's going to retest. You can see it's tried to clear some liquidity out with this big tail, but it's still going down. So long tails and still red. Does it normally retest if it has a big breakout on a day? Does it normally retest it? I think it does. Like, you look at these levels. It normally touches them a couple of times. The question is, where do I put my risk amount? In M1 land, you would probably put it there. That's probably exactly where you would put it. And then you put this down near there. And we'll risk 0.25%, as is my custom. I should just change the default on this. Calculate. 2.61 lots. Let's do it again. It's not real money. Makes it easier to be a bit risky. I might risk a little bit more. 360 for $1,100. Cool. I'll take that deal. I just gave a little bit of extra room above that breakout, above the Bollinger, the moving average there in the middle. I mean, I'm running Bollinger Band 100. Maybe I should be running 50 or 80, 42, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Does that substantially change them? Yeah, that would put it right on the middle there if I ran that shorter, tighter Bollinger Band. 88. Yeah, I'm still happy with that. That's good. It gives me room above there and above that. I mean, a lot of people, would they do 50? Is 50 probably even there? We're still then way above. We're actually above the top Bollinger Band at 50. We're sitting right on that middle one, which means it is likely to push back down, but you can see it is tightening up as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that one. AUD USD has been good to me so far. Let's see if it continues to be good to me into the future. All these are kind of the same, all these major US pairs. How's the US franc? CAD franc kills me. This broke out from the previous day low. It retested it, and now it's gone down. That's come back up a little bit, but I think this is going to keep going down. Is the US dollar generally getting stronger across all these instruments? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell. And that's why I need to wrap up trading, because I'm just tired and lost. Euro AUD, that's definitely coming back to retest that previous day low. Look at that. How could it not be? And if we look at the H1 Heikin Ashis, lots of blue. Yep. We're putting a buy on that. Definitely. Definitely. And we'll put it outside the Bollinger Band. That's what we're going to do. So where's my lines? It's a long. Put my risk just outside of there. And yep, my TP can be up there on the pink line. And calculate that. 7.5 lots. Whew. That's because I'm risking 1%. 0.25. Okay, 2 lots. We'll risk 2 lots. And 2 buy. Now, am I breaking my own rules here? And I'm not. What is that? Why did it jump all the way out there? It's not what I wanted. It's not what I needed. All right. Unfortunately, the way RRR works is it takes the first level you set your risk at as your plan for the trade. And because my MetaTrader stuffed me on that one, the RRR is reporting at half instead of 1.5. We know the truth. But this is mean reversion, streaming. This falls into the quickie category. Good to see lots of blue down here. That doesn't mean it's all going to go my way, but it's nice. I mean, except for CAD JPY. Yeah, streaming quickie. We'll retest PDL. Have I put notes on everything? Nope, I didn't do AUD USD. Busy speed trading. Oh, this is another Heikin Ashi one. You can see what I'm doing there in the top right corner. This is definitely Heikin Ashi. It's also Bollinger. I feel like James Bond. It's the Bollinger. Bollinger, and do we know where it's going? Yes, reversion and streaming. Going to retest PDH. All right. That is that logged away. Everything's got a note on it now. Everything's got a strategy. Yes, it does. Brilliant. All right. Let's look at these AUD USD. Yeah, okay, yep. It's good. It's good. Is Don is good. New Zealand dollar USD, yep, that's good. If I go to the chunkier Heikin Ashis, good colors, red, 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 lots of reds. That's what we want. All right, where do we have trades? Euro AUD, AUD USD, CAD JPY, USD JPY, NZD USD. What about Euro USD? Look at those Heikin Ashis. Happy, happy, happy all day long. All day long for a short. Probably down to here at least. Maybe not all the way to green. No, that hasn't really retested. It broke away and it kind of sat along the line for a little bit, but it hasn't properly retested. So we'll set our target using the M15, but we'll set our risk using the M1, and we'll add the Bollingers on here as well, just to get a feel. On the 50, yep. Can't make them fat. I want fat lines. Won't let me have fat lines. Yep, so that's well above the top Bollinger. I like that. I mean, Bollinger Bands can expand out again, but as a rough guide, that's not too bad. 1.59 lots for 2.4 RRR. That's pretty good. So we'll round it up and go with 1.6. Sell. All right, that's in. Oh, I need my lines. So I can drag my risk and my profit. All right. That is set. Which one is this? Euro USD. There we go. This is Heikin Ashi Bollinger streaming quickie. I haven't overthought this. Reversion will retest PDH. All right. Excellent. So we haven't actually closed a lot in this session. That's okay. That's okay. We don't need to close stuff in every session. Unless I'm doing pure scalping. Oh, something just lost. What do we lose? Yeah, we lost CAD JPY. Yeah, that was the one that confused me. I didn't even mean to be on that one. I don't think. Yeah, that was one where I thought it was coming back down to test the low here. It's clearly not. It's going to go retest the high up there. Ridiculous. I shouldn't have even been on that trade. That was an accident. I'm going to put that, yeah, unknown. Accident. Hopefully we don't have too many of those. That was a weird one. So we've lost a couple of trades. I don't think we've had any actual closed wins tonight. The wins are going to have to run for a bit longer, and we'll report back on those tomorrow or next time we jump on the stream, whenever that happens to be. So let's look at Chart Reporter and let's see where we're at. So we want to come into here. And we are going to stop the clock. We'll call this Alpha 100K Challenge Stream 3. And that's the right times. We will end the session. So now we can see our different. I've named it something different every single day. But let's Just refresh it now that I've just saved that. Make sure it's pulling in the right things. No, it's still because too much is open. There's some weird things happening with the time zones, I will admit, with my session stuff. I thought I'd cracked it. I've been deploying some bug fixes today, but for some reason, it should be showing me the minus amount. We've lost 2 trades in tonight's session. It should be showing me this losses in a row. But it's not. Show me yesterday's result. Show me the days before's. It's just not showing me. Maybe because there's open trades, and if there's some open trades, it's not showing me any of the data. I will be checking my filters. As new product, we are innovating and building new features all the time. For example, we have the new sharing feature. So if you have a really great trade and you want to brag about it, like this one, we have the sharing mode now where you can generate a nice little card that you can copy to your clipboard and tweet. Or that should be an X symbol nowadays, shouldn't it? In 2026, we shouldn't still have the bird. But yeah, you can share this in light mode or dark mode to celebrate your trade. So that's a new feature that we've just brought in. And so we are innovating and adding new features every day based on your feedback, based on my feedback from using the tool every day here in these sessions. So I'm a little bit annoyed that I can't see tonight's losses. It's probably to do with the fact that there's too many open trades, and because it's filtering by, I think it's only filtering on closed trades. But I don't know. I'm guessing. I will go back to the dev team and we will fix that one. But anyway, it's not been the best night so far, but the night is young and we have a lot of trades in flight that are all bouncing around. And so time shall tell. It might be like last night where we went down, but then we went up, started going down. Let's hope this sawtooth's up next. Thank you all for joining me. Been a pleasure to have your company. And we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep trading. We're going to keep showcasing and iterating on the features of Chart Reporter. It is, even with a few weird bugs around session filtering, it is such a powerful platform, such a powerful tool for understanding your trading, your habits, and for making sure and keeping you accountable to actually journaling, because it's so easy. It's so easy. There's no excuse not to journal when you've got a tool like Chart Reporter in your back pocket that gives you such amazing stats around your trading, when you're trading, what you're trading, how well it's trading, all your different strategies. It's all there. So check it out. Chartreporter.com is the place to learn all about it, where you can sign up for free and get access to the tool, learn more about it. There is always a free tier, which gives you 3 days of trading history, or there are the paid tiers if you wish to have a broader view of your activities. But that is there. It's also in the MQL5 Marketplace. You can find it there as well and load it straight in to your system. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for dealing with my weird hair. I had karate tonight and it washed all the product out. I'm sure you all care deeply about that. But it is late and I'm tired, and I will see you all next stream. Happy trading. I wish you success in your endeavors.